that is going to be ready.
Panama.
Siberia.
Nova Scotia. I'm definitely moving to Canada.
Straight to hell.
Iceland.
France.
Asia's pretty cool.
Like a mental hospital for a while because you're like, why is this happening?
I'm moving back to the Republic of Brooklyn, New York.
I've always wanted to live in Italy, so I feel like that might be a good time.
I will run down the street naked in Mexico. No.
Who's Trump?
Thousands of people flooded your nation, refused your laws, waved the flag of another country, and chanted a language not your own. That's not immigration. That's a declaration of war on your nation, your values, your very way of life, your family, and you. This isn't Ellis Island. There were no oaths of allegiance, no flags folded next to a Bible, no desire to become American. They're waving the flag of Mexico, not to celebrate heritage, but to signal a takeover. That's not multiculturalism. That's replacement ideology. The elimination of American ideals through mass illegal presence and unchallenged cultural assertion. Bringing Gavin Newsom refuses to enforce the law, protect illegal behavior, and silences dissent by calling it racism rather than reality. Trump responded, if Newsom and Karen Bass can't do their jobs, the federal government will have to step in, end quote. He labeled the protesters, quote, violent insurrectionist mobs, end quote, and said, they spit, we hit, ordering officials to liberate Los Angeles from what he termed a migrant invasion. So Trump deployed 2,000 National Guard troops to Los Angeles. This is a clear rebuke of sanctuary lawlessness, defense of American sovereignty, and an act of righteous leadership. Now, you can debate his tweets, you can critique his tone, but when history looks back, he will not forget. He stood while others ran. He fought when others surrendered. He loved this country enough to fight for her. America was never meant to be run by cowards. She was meant to be led by lions. And our republic is roaring back to life. Leftists did everything that they could to try and disrupt America's moral fabric and cohesive glue. They declared war on American ideals. They have welcomed invaders. And now that they've lost, they are trying to flee the consequences. They see the blowback coming. Christian nationalism, populism, law and order. They don't want to live in a country where the people actually fight back. They'd rather abscond to places where resistance is weak. They know what they did. They tried to persuade us Christian nationalism was only just a fringe, dangerous movement. They said faith and patriotism had no place in the public square, in the marketplace. And now, they're leaving because they could never beat it. This is why Tom Hanks became Greek, Meghan Markle moved to London, and thousands of leftists all over are applying for UK and EU residency. The Hollywood progressive globalist elite underestimated the resilience of America's Christian core, which, by the way, right now is aiming at 62% and climbing. They assumed they could erode it with entertainment, education, and ideological warfare. But what they encountered instead was a movement too spiritually grounded and politically mobilized to be uprooted. Cultural elites are now investing elsewhere, in Europe, the UK, where the church is weaker. National identity is fractured. There's less populist resistance, at least for now. But America? Too rooted, too armed, too awake, too biblically grounded. And why? The rise of populism, not just in politics, but in churches. The success of alternative media like Red Space. Thank you very much. The growing refusal to comply with woke morality. The Bible reigns true. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. And what they're leaving behind is a nation ready to rebuild. One family, one church, and one county at a time. This isn't just a retreat of cultural elites. It's a clearing of space, of spiritual and moral and social real estate. A spiritual vacuum in this collapse there is a window for revival, reformation, and renaissance. When the voices of confusion flee, the voice of truth rises. You and I, we're not running. We're not going anywhere. We're staying right here. We're rebuilding on the truth of the gospel, the strength of patriots, and the blood that still cries out from the soil of the ground. So, here's some things. Number one, reclaim the culture. Flood the arts, the music, the schools, the neighborhoods with what is good, true, and beautiful. Create shows, films, podcasts like this one, and worship that elevates Christ and country. Number two, Plant the flag locally. Run for school boards, sheriffs, and city councils. Start men's ministries, homeschool co-ops, Bible-based business fellowships. 3. Preach unapologetically. No more lukewarm churches, no more soft sermons. Now is the time for fire in the pulpits and steel in the spines. Judges 6, it's time to tear down the altars of Baal and rebuild the altars of the Lord. If Hollywood is withdrawn, it means their cultural microphone has been dropped. So, pick it up. What we're living in isn't just political chaos. It's Genesis 1 all over again. The earth was formless and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep, and God said, "Let there be light." This could be a second founding, a golden age of righteousness, craftsmanship, and covenantal families. A time where America isn't run by Washington or Hollywood, but by fathers, preachers, and builders. My name is Chase Parrish, and this is Red Space.